think about that spiritually. If you are this spirit and you are vibrating, and some of us in the spiritual ideas, we're raising our connection, we're raising our vibrations to connect with source, world, God, connection around us. If we are raising that spirit, or we are born connected, many children born today, highly sensitive kids, twice exceptional. If we are born connected into the spirit, and then we're like it coming into the body, oh, it's painful, I want to go back up. Ooh, it's loud down here, I want to go back up. Ooh, I don't know, this thing really tastes, why is mom feeding me this green stuff? Want to go back up. So thinking about these pieces of grounding ourselves is connecting our spirit with our body as one, right? Keeping that connection as one. Hi, Conscious Parents, it's Carrie here, and I am here with a little info about raising our mindful kids. I've got some tips and tricks about breaking free of the box and becoming who you are, and teaching your kids how to do that along the way. Join us. Hi there and welcome back. It's Carrie, your friendly conscious mama here, and I'm so excited to connect with all of you parents and share some little words of wisdom in this bonus clip today, bonus episode. Today, I would love to share this little phrase that I have been thinking in my mind. And actually, it's kind of part of my New Year's resolution that I was looking at. I call it resolution, but I guess it's more of an intention. And so this year for my resolution, I was looking at light me up. And I felt like that light me up was this openness that I have toward the universe to receive. I am open to receiving lessons that I am hoping to learn, information that I am looking to download, things I am learning to connect with my kids, with my family, with my parents, with myself, all of these pieces. So lighting me up this year is what I am asking the universe to do. Hopefully not with some big life lessons. Let's try to keep it like low key, please, because I am a mom and we are a neurodiverse family here. We are highly sensitive people. Okay, so one phrase that I was thinking that was coming to mind this week was be the light. And it's kind of having to do with what we're talking about, right? When our little people are feeling discombobulated, when they're having a hard time being a human, it comes in the OT side, and it also comes in the spiritual side of they're looking to you and your system to ground them. Their system is so overwhelmed, they cannot ground themselves. They need your tools, and they're looking for your system to be grounded. So what does that look like if I am having a hard time, if I'm sad and gloomy and doomy, if I'm getting angry and taking it to the next step? What does that look like for their systems? Do you think that's going to help them? Do you think it's going to be more taxing? Do you think it's going to put more demands on their body that is already at their limit with their demands? They have no more room for demands in their capacity cup. It is full. So let's think about being the light. Let's think about grounding ourselves, grounding our own energy, and then helping them to ground themselves. You don't even have to have the tools to teach them to ground themselves. You can just be grounding in your own self. And that in itself, so many selves here, that in itself will help to teach them how to do it. That will help them to relieve some of the stress that they're feeling on their body. So what's really been interesting to me as I have been researching the evidence-based side, I love to read about ADHD, autism, neurodiversity, twice exceptional, gifted and talented. Oh my gosh, I have so many books on my bookshelf. This weekend, my husband and I were like, oh my God, we got to donate some of these books because we are a little bit of book hoarders over here. We buy thrift books. We buy used ones too, by the way. So back to my story. We have jumped into the evidence-based side, and then we have also been diving into the spiritual side because there's always room to grow. And you know something where they come together? They continue to both talk about grounding. What does grounding mean? Grounding means, to me, this is how I am interpreting it. This is how I am understanding it, evidence-based wise and spiritual wise. And maybe people will disagree with me, disagree or agree. You can take it at the door or you can leave it, your choice. But this is what I am understanding in my own version is it is teaching us how to connect our spirit, soul, purpose, our what makes us tick, our light in us. It is connecting that piece with our body, our physical piece. And a lot of OTs talk about like grounding. You're jumping on the ground. You're bringing yourself into your body. Well, think about that spiritually. If you are this spirit and you are vibrating, and some of us in the spiritual ideas, we're raising our connection. We're raising our vibrations to connect with source, world, God, connection around us. If we are raising that spirit, or we are born connected, many children born today, highly sensitive kids, twice exceptional. If we are born connected into the spirit, and then we're like it coming into the body, oh, it's painful. I want to go back up. Ooh, it's loud down here. I want to go back up. Ooh, I don't know. This thing really tastes. Why is mom feeding me this green stuff? Want to go back up. So thinking about these pieces of grounding ourselves is connecting our spirit with our body as one, right? Keeping that connection as one. Being able to be in our body form while not wanting to run away. That's what I look at as grounding. That's how I have created this idea in my mind. And I was recently reading a book, Psychic Psychology, which gives so many amazing tools. Love it. I need to connect with these people because I'm really enjoying it. And I came across this guided meditation that they had talked about, and I would love to share it with you guys today. So Psychic Psychology is where I got it, and I recently have been doing this with my 6-year-old. She's almost 7. She just went back to school after our winter break, and it has been hard for her. She's been having nightmares at night. So before bed, we're doing this energy release, and let's work through it. So I'm just going to guide you through it. This is one you can do with your kids. This is one that's awesome for adults to do before bedtime. Let's release all of that energy of our day and connect with the earth. So I'm just going to walk you through this one. So we're going to close our eyes. We're going to take some deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, and we're going to listen to our breathing. We're going to feel our feet calmly placed on the ground. We're going to feel our back supported by the back of the chair. We're going to feel our head sitting at the top of our body and connecting with the universe, source, God, spirit, whatever feels comfortable to you. We're going to picture a green ball at the top of our legs, a green ball that is spinning. It's going to be in our root chakra area. It's going to continue spinning, and it's going to go deep down toward the earth. It's going to go through the crust of the earth. It's spinning and it's going into the earth. It's diving deep, deep into the deep, vast space of the earth, right? It's going through the crust, the mantle, and it's getting to the core. Now it's connected deep into the core, and it's created a green tube that connects from your root chakra, or near the tops of your legs, all the way down into the core of the earth. We are connected with the earth. We can bring up a green ball of energy from the earth. It's coming up the tube, and it's filling into all of our body. It's filling into our hands, our feet, our head. It's filling us with loving, kind, generous energy from the earth. Thank you, earth. We see a second ball of energy. It's a green ball of light. It's coming up the tunnel into our body and filling throughout our body with all of this energy and love. We see a third ball. It's coming up the tunnel from the earth. It's going through, it comes up through our third root chakra, or our root chakra, and it's going into all of our body, filling our body with conscious, loving energy. Whew. Now we're going to breathe out anything that doesn't serve us, anything from your day, any dreams that may be scary for kids, anything that may feel yucky in our body, anything we're fearful of, any fear of success, any fear of imposter syndrome. We're going to breathe that deep down through the tube. It's going down, all the way into the core of the earth. And this earth is so big and majestical that it can handle it. It can absorb this energy. So breathe out anything else that you have. Take a deep breath of cleansing breath in. Breathe out that energy that does not serve us. Send it deep into the earth. Feel the sun rays on your skin. Feel the cleansing of all of that energy. And then we're going to tip inverted. So what I like to do is I like to tell my kids, we're going to point the top of our heads to the ground. That's what I just did. If you were on video, you followed it. And we're going to take some more breaths, 2 more breaths. And we're going to say, thank you for giving me this clarity and this calmness. Thank you for helping me to be the light. And so it is. When you feel like it, you can open your eyes. You can open your hands as well. So I would love for you to try this with your kids. It's so good to do these guided meditations. And maybe you have a kiddo that laughs and giggles at it. So maybe you need to do it when they're in the bathtub. Maybe you need to do it when they're playing. Sometimes I have them play with a bowl of water and dish soap and a straw, and we blow bubbles in it. Because then you get the breathing in, right? You're breathing and the exhaling. You can do it any way you see fit for your kiddo. My 2 kids love sitting on the bed and doing this after we read a book. You can follow it with a prayer, whatever you feel drawn toward. But I would love for you to try thinking about these grounding pieces, thinking about what it's like. Just think of the word ground, write it down and think, what does this bring to me this week? Happy times, Changemaker parents. Remember, we're changemakers, raising changemakers. Let's keep it going, guys. Well, that's a wrap. Thanks so much for tuning in, Changemakers. This is Carrie. And if you haven't done a review for us, 5 stars and a few words about what you've enjoyed in our podcast episodes, we would really appreciate it. If you guys would like to ever message me, I would love any questions you have or any feedback at info@hearttoheartlife.com. We also have a brand new website, which we're super excited to share. It's hearttoheartlife.com. Thanks so much for tuning in, and happy life, happy times, Changemaker families. Please remember that the information shared on this podcast is educational in nature and does not constitute licensed mental health advice. If you need such advice, you should speak with a licensed professional about your unique situation. Thanks so much, happy listeners.